Toronto police are asking for the public's help in trying to identify a suspect in a dangerous driving case over the weekend. They have advised the individual has evaded pursuit after being clocked at over 250 kilometers per hour on the Don Valley Parkway. The vehicle stated in the report is a black Ferrari, and senior officials say the license plate may have been removed or obscured. The car was last seen at 1:25 a.m. Friday night on Rosedale Valley Road. Anyone with additional information is urged to contact Toronto Police or Crime Stoppers.
Hey. October's on as the label. 7-figure deal was a fable. 8-figure bought out the neighbors. 9 figures turning the tables. You pussy boy better be ready and able. I'm coming. I can't talk on no case 'cause it's sticky. Free tea and free greasy, my Achilles. My youngest put locks on the city, so niggas be shit to come out when it's litty. T, that's the Cody, so free him. These niggas are joking, I wouldn't wanna be him. I be the producer, like what's the BPM? I cannot de-escalate things if we see him. My young boys don't do it for clout. If they do it, they cover their head and their mouth. Swear there's some shit I'm forgetting about. 03 up the slime when they letting him out. I be with them guys from the 6 that you niggas stay talking on Reddit about. Say a whole lot when we saw you on the edge of begging it out. Remember that shit? Twisting it. Yeah, he's twisting his fingers and looking at me. Twisting some shit up that I never seen. Twisting it up, I don't know what that means. Twist. I'm twisting it back cause he twisting at me. Twisting that 6 in his face. Twisting that R in his face like Styles and P.
I've been looking for an A12 for I think at least a year, minimum, alright? It's been so challenging to find one. Not only did I have to find the spec that I like, because you guys know I'm very particular about like the type of spec that you get, but I also needed to find one for the right price, and then I needed to find one in Canada, which is very tough to do because the market has shrunk like crazy. So I think when I first started looking a year ago, there was probably like 5 or 6 for sale. I think these days there's even less, and even the ones that are listed have jumped up to like I think 600,000, 650,000, which is insane, right? So I got this one for a price I was very happy. And yeah, I don't even know what else to say. I'm just so amped. So I wanted to show you guys around the car. I hope you guys like the intro. The intro was crazy. We filmed that till 5 in the morning. Came out insane. I guess we'll start with the outside, similar to how I did with my 911 video. And then I'll show you guys the inside.
What's your favorite like angle?
The side profile.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be hard to show you the side profile here, but I'll show you guys. I mean, you guys have seen it in the video anyways, but side profile's crazy. Now, one thing I want to mention is, surprisingly, you might not expect it, but the car has been wrapped. So I got it wrapped from white to black before I took delivery. I wanted a black one. That was probably my #1 thing. I wanted a black car, but I couldn't find one. And this one came about, so I was like, you know what? I like the interior, I like the spec, but I just don't like the color. And I wanted it to be gloss so it looks like paint. So if you guys take a look, it actually looks insane. It looks like actual paint. It's so glossy. I think pretty much everyone that I've shown it to has not even been able to tell that it's a wrap. One of the other things that I love so much about the rear end of this car is, I don't know if you guys can tell, but like there's the 2 taillights and then there's the 2 exhaust pipes. So like when they're lit up at nighttime, it looks like a quad on both sides. It's insane. Let me pop the light and you guys can see what
Yeah. That's hard.
Every Ferrari has a spec plate, so it shows you what options you have. So this is mine right here. You guys can see. So here's the thing, all right? If you ever see one of these and they only have 1 column, that car is Des, all right? You need to have at least 2. Now, I'm not saying mine's fully spec'd, but 2 columns at least, at a minimum. If you guys are shopping for a Ferrari, make sure you have 2. Another thing that I want to show you guys in here is one of the options is this parcel shelf. It's leather. So I think on the regular ones, it's like a black, I think suede or something, but yeah, on this one, it's crazy. There isn't any carbon on the outside, which I don't really mind that much because if I had carbon on the outside, it's usually something that you have to protect. But it has this black diffuser. Oh, racing rims. Racing rims are sick. So these are factory rims in satin or matte black. They're so nice. I love them. I also got same tint as on my 911. So I got the windows, I got the windshield.
Aesthetically same spec as the 911.
Yeah, so I'm gonna show you guys the 2 cars together. They both look the same. They're so sick.
Nah, bro, this looks insane.
I just have to sit here. Another thing that I really like is how big the hood is. I don't think you take it in photos and stuff, but this is so wide. actually insane. I guess I have to show you guys the engine.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright.
Oof.
So
this is huge.
this is what you're paying for. So they always say when you buy a Ferrari, you're buying the engine, not the car. I feel like I'm buying a car. This is like a big part of what makes this car so special. Obviously the V12. It's huge.
And they managed to fit this
Speaking of
in
which,
the front.
it guzzles gas. When I say guzzles gas, I think in 2 or 3 days I spent $500 on gas, which is absolutely diabolical. So this is one part of the car where you can see that it was white before. I think this, and then there's a little gem on the trunk, but I'm getting that fixed anyways. So pretty much just here, because it gets really hot, so they couldn't wrap it here.
Yeah,
like other
not
than
gonna
that,
be open like that.
Other than that, you would never be able to tell. And that was the biggest thing. I even went to the lengths of getting it wrapped before I took delivery, because I just wanted to see it as a black car. I saw it for the first time. I wanted it to be black. I didn't want to have like,
you delivered it black?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I took delivery of it as a black car. All the photos are black. I didn't want people to see it white. I had it for a couple days, and I didn't want to show Siobhan and Tim because I wanted it to be black first. Like that was like a big thing for me. I just wanted it to be black, and I think, in my opinion, it looks way better in black than in white.
Bro, I was surprised when I went back in. My concierge was like, "That's a Ferrari." I was like, I didn't even know she would know that shit.
Yeah. The side profile when you're driving by, it looks like a Batmobile.
Yeah,
It
it's
actually
sick.
looks like a Batmobile. All right, so that's pretty much most
The
of the
exterior.
outside. It's just one of those cars, you just stare at it and it's just so pretty. I think that's the only way I can put it. It's not too flashy. It's just really pretty.
Elegant.
You know, yeah, it's elegant, it's classy, and it drives insane, which I'll show you guys after.
Is there anything you're gonna do to the exterior?
No, probably not. Okay, so if you know
Wheel
this-
spacers?
If you know this about me, yeah, that's the one thing actually. You're right. So
Hold on. Nah, I was not expecting that.
So what I ended up finding out from the Ferrari dealership is the previous owner had it lowered slightly. I didn't know, I found out after. So the one thing that it needs, and by the way, if you know me, I never modify cars. Like I just think they look good stock. Like you get a nice spec, you keep it stock, it doesn't give you problems, it looks good, all that stuff. But the lowering has caused it to have a little bit of a wheel gap. So you guys can see, like it actually sits in quite a bit. So I'll probably put spacers on it, like Novitec spacers, and that's pretty much it. Will I put an exhaust on? Maybe.
Yeah, bro.
Potentially.
We need that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie though. So this is a 2019. 2020 and onwards, they added this thing called a GPF, a gas particulate filter. So it makes the car more quiet. Mine doesn't have that, so mine's still loud. That's kind of one of the reasons I was feeling like maybe I don't need to get the Novitec exhaust. Should I get one? You guys let me know.
We'll see.
We'll see, yeah. And I have to do the install through Ferrari as well, so it's quite expensive because I want to keep my warranty, which is another plus. I have warranty on the car. My engine and all that stuff is covered, which is like honestly
Bless.
the best, yeah.
Look at the interior.
That's pretty much the outside, yeah. Let me see you guys inside. All ready for this?
First, I was hating. I'm not gonna lie, y'all.
Yeah.
I was hating on the interior, but seeing it in person with the black is actually insane.
It came together nicely. So I had shown Siobhan a picture of this car when I first saw it, maybe like 3 months ago. He was like, "This is the ugliest interior I've ever seen." I went to go look at it in person because I thought it was a little bit too red too. I don't like too much red. I'm glad the dashboard and stuff is black. But when I saw it in person, I was like, this is fire. So with the interior, this was probably the place where I was very particular about what options I needed it to have. It doesn't have everything that I want, but it has, in my opinion, some of the most important things. So if any of you guys are on the market for an 812, number one most important option to have inside the car is carbon fiber steering wheel. So you need this. This has the shift lights. In my opinion, number one thing. Like if you have a Ferrari 812 and you don't have like this type of steering wheel, unless it's like a tailor-made spec or something, I just think you're really missing out.
What other steering wheel do you have?
Just the regular one. It's fully leather. Yeah. So the other option is just like a regular like leather or maybe Alcantara. So that's a really important thing. Second thing is the passenger display. So there's a second screen for the passenger. It's touch screen. You can like, I don't know, play around with it. It doesn't have that much functionality, but honestly, just this screen is sick in of itself. Yeah. So when you're just like ripping down the highway, your passenger can see how fast you're going, you know. Third one that I think is super,
It's probably
super...
for track days too, when you have like a co-driver.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's actually a good point. All right, so the third option that I think is very important is the central bridge here. So mine is in carbon fiber. I'm telling you guys the base spec, which is I think like a plastic or an aluminum or something, it does not look good. So you guys might see some 812s online and it's just plain here. It makes a huge difference, a huge difference. So I'm super glad I have that. This is a must have if you're also getting an 812. And then I would say like those are my top 3 options. Now, in terms of stuff that I wish it had that it doesn't have, it has aluminum shifters instead of carbon fiber, which kind of sucks. I don't mind it. I think it still looks good, but it would have been nice for this to be carbon fiber. Another option that I don't know why it does not have is the suspension lift. So I have no lift and the car is lowered. So I've been trying to like navigate bumps and stuff. I'm very disappointed it doesn't have a lift. I don't know why the previous owner or the original owner didn't spec it. But I would say in terms of the options that it doesn't have, like those would be my top 2. And honestly speaking, like the paddles are okay. Just the lift. I wish it had a lift. I'm not trying to do an aftermarket install or anything like that. And then the final thing is CarPlay. So it doesn't have CarPlay. CarPlay was an option. I don't know why they didn't option that. Would have been nice to have. And I don't want to do an aftermarket install either. I just don't like touching aftermarket stuff, you know? And if I'm doing anything aftermarket, I want it to be installed through Ferrari because I'm very particular about that.
Can they add CarPlay?
No, they can't. I asked.
Why the hell wouldn't you get CarPlay?
Yeah, it sucks. Another thing in here you guys might have noticed is the stitching is white. So the seat stitching is white, the stripe is white. Obviously the outside of the car was white before. Funny enough, I was thinking in my head it would have looked sick if this was all black, like all the details, right? On a black car. But then I saw on Instagram reel, someone had an 812, similar spec, but then all the accents were black. And I actually think the white looks better. So after I saw that, I was like, you know what? I think the white's actually fire. It pops
Add some
way more.
contrast.
Yeah, exactly. For a car that's what? I think we're seven years in now. 2019, 7 years ago. Like the interior is pristine. Like
Yeah,
the previous owner
insane.
kept it in great condition. I actually know who he is. So he's like a mutual friend of mine. I haven't met him personally, but like, he barely drove the car. I think he had it for 5 or 6 years and he just parked it up at Shangri-La or something. Yeah, it's just in his garage. Another thing that it has that I didn't mention, it has the upgraded speakers, which are actually really good. Super loud. Low key, I might have blown them out yesterday because I had this thing on max volume,
bro.
and it was too much Iceman playing, and it was making this like staticky noise. But yeah, anyways, I'm just trying not to think about that right now. I have this little hole over here where you can keep your key, so I just drop it in there. It's actually very helpful.
Small detail, but
Yeah, because I don't keep this key on my keychain. I keep my other keys on there. So when it's by itself, it's nice to just know exactly where it is. Over here is where you can play with all the screens over here. So if you guys can see on this side, you go media, navigation.
everybody got this view that like take it in.
Yeah, you got the speedometer. And then on the other side, it's just more like oil pressure, temperature, battery, tires, all that stuff. I actually use the screen a lot more than I thought I would have. Before my 911, for example, I would just keep it on oil temperature just to see. On this car, I promise you guys, you need to check the tire temperature because if it's not warmed up, it tries to kill you. I can't explain to you guys how scary it is sometimes driving this car. You step on it a little bit too much and it just fishtails. It's insane.
How do you lock this?
You can't. Yeah, so that's another thing. The vents, like
Oh, no, you do this,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I meant like not this way. So when you rotate them, it doesn't do anything. It's just there for style. Yeah.
Hooting and hollering.
Some of you guys may be wondering what these are. So that's reverse, and this is auto and manual mode, and then this PS is launch control. So I don't really plan on using launch control just because first of all, it doesn't grip anyways when you're going slow. First gear, second gear, no chance it's gripping. Third gear, sometimes. So I can't even see why you would need to use launch control. You can't even get grip. Unless it's a really warm day, it's really warmed up, and you have better tires because the Pirellis that it comes on, that's another thing, are kind of mid. So I might have to switch it to Michelin's, but the thread is still good.
Technology in here and the quality is way better than like the Aventador
Yeah.
for the time they made it.
So obviously you guys have seen, or some of you guys might have seen my vlog in Dubai where we drove the Aventador. I was cross-shopping an Aventador, like still interested in them. They were on the same price for like an Aventador S. But man, it's just not, it's not the same. Like, this
Yeah.
car is just, in my opinion, way, way better than an Aventador. It's way more comfortable. I think it sounds better. Obviously that's subjective. Drives better because it's more comfy. It's just a feeling like it scares you, right, to drive this car. I think that adds to like the feeling of the car. Because in the Aventador, it's all-wheel drive. You know, it doesn't really get away from you. It is really engaging though. Like, it feels like a spaceship when you're in it, but it's so uncomfortable. I think it was the only car, we always say this, the only car where at the end of the night, everybody was asking each other who wants to drive home because no one wanted to drive it anymore.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's backs are hurting, necks are hurting. I've drove this car for 3-4 hours in a day. No issues. It's just blessed. You know, it's so peaceful. You can have a conversation when you're going like 200. You know, not that I'm going 200, but yeah, I'm super, super happy about it. Here's like the last thing I guess I'll show you guys. This is the Manatino. So you can switch it from wet mode to sport mode. And then you got race mode. So wet, it just reduces the throttle response. Sport is normal. Race is more aggressive shifts. It gets a little bit faster too, I think. Not like power wise, but I think just because of the shifts. And then CT off, I don't even know. It's like half traction control off, and then ESC off is like totally off. I am not touching this mode unless I'm in the middle of a farm or something. Because, bro, I'm telling you guys right now, in regular mode.
Bro, you have to drift it one day. Though.
I will. 100%.
Please let me know.
Yeah, I will. I think it's time we go for a little drive. Show you guys maybe the startup, and then we'll go for a drive. Just wanted to let you guys know that's not a cool start, so that's just a regular start. The car's already warm. All right, I'm gonna rev it.
Damn.
Damn.
Nah.
So, I mean, it's loud.
Bro, imagine that. That's stuck.
Yeah.
It's actually so loud,
but that's
bro.
the thing too. Look, I'm not too.
Bro, it's so loud.
I don't like too much attention, and it's already getting like way more attention than I wanted. And I don't know if I want to make it even louder. It might just be a little bit too much for me.
Have you heard it outside?
My car?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so loud. So that's why I'm kind of iffy on the Novitec. Like before I got it, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know. Maybe we'll see. You guys let me know if I should do it or not. So one of my friends, he got the same car as me. Oh, I should tell you guys about this too. So one of my best friends, he doesn't come on the vlogs, but he had told me if you get an 812, I'll get one too. So he went and got an 812. I'll actually show you guys the picture that we took. All right, so this is before I had found the car, before I even knew I was getting one. Last year in November, you guys can see this. My boy said, cop the 812, I'll cop one right after. And I said, let's see if anything pops up by next year, next summer, pop out, blah, blah, blah. He said, bro, we found a good one, just get it, hard to come by. And then he got one, so now we both have one. Yeah. You guys see that?
Yeah.
And then I have a third friend of mine, Umar, who you guys have seen in my videos before. He's gonna have one soon, so he just picked one up. And then I have a fourth friend, but he lives in Dubai. He has a competizione. So I'm thinking at some point in time, we should probably ship the cars out to Europe and do like a triple 812.
Bro, that vlog would be insane.
Insane, yeah. So I think I have like 4 friends now with 812s, which is crazy.
You guys want to see a triple 812 vlog? How much likes should we get? Need this video to get what? Triple 812 vlog. You remember like first we did AMG day, we did BMW day. This is Ferrari. Different leagues, you know what I'm saying?
15,000.
15,000 likes.
15,000.
Ferrari day vlog.
50,000 Ferrari day vlog.
Alright, bro.
Yeah. Alright, let's go for a drive?
Let's do it.
Now, I know a bunch of people are going to be asking me what I do because I know a lot of you guys are going to be new to this channel. So, just in case some of you are curious, I've basically done e-commerce for the last 4 or 5 years. Drop shipping, to be more specific, I just hate that word because I feel like it's so stigmatized now. But it's still a very viable, like realistic business to get into. So if you guys are more curious about that sort of stuff, business related stuff, I have a business channel that I'll have below. And then I also have an email list. Funny enough, I was waiting for this moment to talk more about what I do just because I feel like I've finally accomplished like all of my goals, so now it's time to start like spreading more of the things that I've learned over the last 5 years or so. If you guys have any interest in, you know, e-commerce related stuff, you guys want to learn how to start an e-commerce store, learn some of the stuff that I do, I'll leave like a link to my business channel and also my email list below where I send out more e-commerce related stuff because this is like my fun channel to do all the stuff that I like to do, and that's the place where I talk more about business. I feel like I've reached the point now where I genuinely feel like I have stuff to share, which is cool. I think over the last 5 or 6 years, I've just tried to get better at what I do and just become a more well-rounded person in general. This is finally my year where I can start to talk about, you know, some of the things that I've learned and stuff. So if you guys actually check out my business channel, you'll see like I just started uploading on there. I have a bunch more videos to come as well. So yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of stuff coming out, both on this channel, both on the other channel. So you guys can stay tuned for both of those. Let's get this drive started, man. One funny thing is it has auto start stop, which is hilarious because when it turns on, it's the loudest roar every time you're at a traffic light, and you got to turn it off each time, which is so annoying.
Oh no.
Also, there's a bumpy road mode over here, so you hit this little button on the steering wheel, and then like the suspension dampens a little bit. Are you ready for this? Alright, so I don't know if you guys can tell. It's not even gripping. Like it's just not. It's just
sliding.
Not gripping. Yeah, it's just basically sliding. Now, when it warms up, it does start gripping a lot more. So one of the days I had taken it out and I was driving. This is so sunny.
Hopefully they could hear you.
Yeah. What was I saying? So one of the days I took it out, I was driving really hard, and once the tires got really warm, it was sticking. Like it was really sticking. But yeah, when the tires are cold, it's not good at all. So Pirellis are definitely like a thumbs down for me. I know Michelin's are a lot better. So like I said before, I'll probably have to switch them out at some point in time. I just don't know when. When the windows are up and you're just cruising, it's not bad. Like it's really comfortable. You don't feel like you're in some insane supercar. When you're in a Aventador, God forbid you're just trying to chill. Like it's almost impossible. Here we go.
How's the brakes compared to your 911?
Brakes are really, really good, but you can tell the car is heavy. So I think a lot of you guys might be curious how I feel about this car compared to the 911. Handling wise and stuff, like the 911 is like unmatched. It feels like a go-kart. This, you can tell it's a bigger car, but it still handles insane for a car of this size. The steering is so direct, the throttle response is crazy, the brakes are good. It's just fire. And the steering wheel is a lot lighter in this car than in my 911 as well. So when I get back into my 911, the steering is usually pretty heavy. This one is actually light, so you can tell it's more of a GT car.
Damn.
So I think this is the only car where someone who's with me has genuinely been scared. Even my little brother.
Yeah, bro, it's sliding
for
bare.
his life. Yeah,
Like you have to be correcting it.
Yeah, he was definitely scared.
So you have to correct it, or it's straighten up by itself.
I mean, you just have to. Okay, the traction control is good. That's probably what keeps most people straight. Because if you have traction off and you're doing stuff like that, like you're probably gonna spin out. But as long as you keep the steering wheel where you want to go and you let off, once it starts slipping, you'll be fine. And this is the biggest thing. Some people, like when you're inexperienced, you start accelerating, it's slipping, they're still giving it gas, and the next thing you know, you're like in a curb, right? So biggest thing is,
bro, said casually.
Yeah, the most important thing is the second you feel your car start to slip, you need to let off and make sure your steering wheel is pointed where you want to go.
Does it pop?
Not really. However, one big thing that I noticed about this car, the engine braking is so strong. So if you downshift, the car is braking for you so hard you don't even need to use your brakes. It's kind of crazy.
Feels just hard. Terrified, dog. Ain't gonna lie. Bro, I feel like I just haven't been in a car that's fast for a minute, bro. It's like,
no, but it's not just the speed,
crazy.
It's the fact that you know the rear is like,
bro,
like just slips out at any time, you know?
My hands like literally sweaty, bro. Listen to pop out some pops though.
I don't like pops.
No, not like brrr,
yeah.
But like just a downshift. Yeah. Like that's sick.
Yeah, I think when I downshift in high RPM, sometimes it makes a snap noise.
Yeah.
I'll try to do that after. Bro, sweating for real.
Bro, yeah, no, it's scary, dog. I'm not gonna lie. Bro, nah, shit is. I'm not gonna lie. Bro,
nah,
I can't.
Scare the shit out of you.
Can't. Bro. Sounds good.
Bro, it's such an adrenaline rush to drive this car because you just don't know when you're gonna die.
Bro, what the fuck? Let me out! Nah. Yeah, this is scary.
I think that shall conclude today's video. Siobhan's about to lose his mind.
I want to see my heart rate, how that shit went up or something.
Hope you guys enjoyed this little intro video to the new car. Car's not going anywhere. This is staying around for a long time. Plan now is to just expand the collection of cars that I have. So at some point I want to upgrade my 911 to a GT3 and then probably get like a Range Rover Sport or something as my daily. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. My next video will have like my delivery added into it. It'll be like a week in the life vlog. You guys can see, you know, pulling off the cover and all that stuff, and then surprising Tim, surprising Siobhan. It's a sick vlog too, so stay tuned for that. If you guys haven't subscribed, I never asked before, but you might want to hit the subscribe button because the content this summer is about to be ridiculous. Thanks again, guys. Let me know what type of videos you want to see from me next. It's been a while since I've asked, so I'm curious to see what you guys want to see. More car content, I'm sure, but like what else? More cooking content from Tim we probably need to have as well, so we'll see. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.
another. Small price to be kept at 100. And I might book a flight out to